yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? Hello, Rita. It's Matthew's Heart of Influence. It's Mastering Monday. I do think that worked. I do thank everybody for being here today. We got a little bit of fun, a little bit of energy introductions, but we are into serious business because everything happens after one word, yes. Bella, who's here that said yes to Matthew?
We have some extraordinary people on Matthew's business owner dream team, Heart of Influence. And first up from New York, New York, a seasoned sustainability strategy and innovation consultant with 20 years in business strategy, data science, and engineering, started in New York, later in Paris, developing bridges between business and science to build a better world for our kids, working tirelessly to build a culture, continuously learning and passion and hoping to contribute to a slightly more optimistic world. Let's welcome to the show, Jillian LaFawn.
Yeah.
Hey, Jillian. Thanks so much for being here today. I'm Matthew's Heart of Influence. And Julian, Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, play a game with me for an hour, and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. So, Julian, as Bella mentioned in the green room, we kicked the show off with a fun fact. It's a headline. It's not a long story. Perhaps just a few minutes ago, I was surfing in volcanic waves off of the coast of New Jersey. That would be an example of a headline fun fact. Julian, please, what is your headline fun fact?
So my headline fun fact is that my big brother was a horse.
One more time, Julian.
My big brother was a horse. I come from a horse family, horseback riding family.
Oh my goodness.
And when I was a baby, my mother had this horse that was very nice with me, and I start to consider it as my big brother. And so when people was asking me if I had a big brother, I did not have one, but I was saying that the horse was my big brother.
I love that. That's a gorgeous fun fact.
The fun fact is that this horse lived for 37 years and was pretty much my big brother until his last day.
Oh, Julian, a beautiful heart-centered way to kick off the Heart of Influence. Got a lot of folks to introduce, so we're going to get to them. But thank you, Julian, for being here. We can feel your heart with your horse big brother. Bella, that's beautiful.
That is
Who's
beautiful. Here? Next up, also from New York, New York, a licensed massage therapist and body worker specializing in resetting lost movement patterns and getting pain to go away for good. providing care, studying for about 25 years with top specialists, consistently achieving results for his patients, passing on hope not to live with pain and dysfunction, helping with one-of-a-kind, high-level body working that can change your life forever. Let's welcome Kiambu.
Kiambu, thank you so much for being here today on Matthew's Heart of Influence. Beautiful bio and background for sure. Kiambu, what is your fun fact?
Fun fact, like most people who get into body work, I didn't start out doing this. I did music, I did some art, I traveled all over the world, was signed to London Records when I was 17 back in 1988. And since then, not too much music, and not too much travel. I have kids now, but it was a fun run.
Before body work, it was the Beatles, then you. Is that what we're hearing?
Yeah, exactly. It was.
Let's go.
Exactly.
Beatles and you, body work in the house. Come on, Bella.
Beatles and body work. I like it. From New York, business consultant, account management pro in human capital management space, currently working with one of the top human capital management companies in the U.S., has helped hundreds of small and medium-sized businesses across all industries solve their human capital-related issues over the last 10 years. Let's welcome to the show, Anthony Torchino.
Anthony, thank you for being on Matthew's Influence today. And Anthony, please, on chat.
Your fun fact, Matthew. All right, Anthony.
So, just as an FYI, this isn't the fun fact, but I have a. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, I have a thing showing up on my screen that says that my network connection is unstable. So I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we got you.
That you can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fun fact is I wound up in this doing what I do for a living completely by accident. I took a part-time job. It was actually in sales / account management. It was definitely more on the sales side. When I was in college full time, I decided that I really enjoyed it and I enjoyed helping solve problems for people. And when I graduated college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. But I said, you know what? I really enjoyed this part-time work that I did, and maybe I can do this, kind of on a broader scale for a living. So I found a company that gave me an opportunity, and I've been solving business problems for people ever since then for about 10 years.
Anthony solves business
the fun
problems.
fact is this all happened by
happenstance.
Yes, but
by
the fun
desire. Yes, the fun fact. Go.
I was just saying the fun fact is that it all happened by accident, but I absolutely love what I do for a living, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
That is a beautiful thing. You make stable connections even when you're in it. It's unstable. Anthony. We got this. Come on, Belle.
Awesome. Next up, from White Plains, New York, help small and medium-sized business executives get a better return on employment benefits such as health insurance while providing an unmatched breadth and deep sense of service. He is building up a reputation and owns a personal brand to whom people think of when they think HR services. Let's welcome to the show, Chris O'Keefe.
Hey everybody. I think me and Anthony are in the same
nice to meet
space,
you.
but it's good
Thank you,
good to be alongside some others.
Thank you. And Chris, your fun fact.
I would say my fun fact is I currently have 4 dogs. They vary in size. A couple golden retrievers, a couple rescues. Dogs I've saved or my family has saved throughout my entire life. So I've had as many as 6 at one given point. Now it's down to just 4, but love dogs and they're amazing.
Yeah, 4 dogs for this man. It's as many as 6. Heart-centered, rescues, Goldens, the whole deal. Thanks for sharing that, brother. And we're going to got you today. Let's go.
Let's do it. From Eddicock, New York, a certified public accountant specializing in taxation, management, and accounting systems, started preparing tax returns in high school in Charlotte, North Carolina. 28 years later, running his own CPA firm and proudly living in upstate New York, supporting small businesses and individual taxpayers who are looking for a true financial partner. Let's welcome to the show, Michael Murray.
Micah, thank you for being on Matthew's Heart of Influence today. And please, your fun fact.
Thanks for having me. My fun fact is that I was an actor and model for 16 years before I became an accountant.
That is extraordinary. I don't think too many CPAs are rocking the modeling gig prior to. Congratulations on that. Bella, we got models in the house.
We got models in the house. Next up from San Antonio, Texas, this man helps every person he comes in contact with saving taxes, protecting his or her assets, and or building wealth. Growing up on a farm in Minnesota River Valley, now married for 26 years with a 24-year-old son. Besides foster parents of for 3 years, he and his wife founded a nonprofit utilizing their hobby to farm to provide animal-assisted therapy to people with disabilities. Let's welcome to the show, David Spellman.
Thank you.
David, thank you for all that you do as a blind man, which I am blind. Thanks for supporting people with disabilities and all that you do. And please, your fun fact.
Thank you. So I had a few prepared, but since the conversations turned as it came through, I'm gonna piggyback off Julian. My college nickname was Hoof because I rode horses my whole life, and my college friends nicknamed me Hoof.
That's super cool.
How about that?
So we refer to you as share your new Delta Tau Chi name, footnote Animal House reference be Hoof, or would you like to go with your normal name?
Normal name, please.
Bella, I will call you Hoof.
Nah, I don't know about that.
We got it. We got it. Let's
We
go.
got it. New York, a specialist in workflow optimization and process automation with extensive experience helping businesses integrate their platforms, CEO and founder of a firm dedicated to helping businesses streamline operations and achieve growth through tailored automation solutions, providing top-notch service in the automations and IT consulting industry, ensuring clients maximize efficiency and productivity. Let's welcome to the show, Gregory James. He gave me the French way to pronounce his last name, and I said I can barely speak English. Thank you. So I'm going to skip the French pronunciation.
Gregory, ugly Americans are on the board over here. And Gregory, please, what is your fun fact?
Yeah, so I got a very short one. Is that automation makes you a little bit lazier every day, but helps you sleep better at night.
Yes,
this has been the case for the past 4 years, and I look younger each passing year.
You like automation.
I do. I love automation. Yes,
Yes, that's
and
right.
I look younger every day too.
That's true. And you get lazier every day. Too. Thank you, brother. Great job.
Be lazy.
I didn't say that. I said lazier.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Thanks, Gregory.
Great job.
My
Gregory.
pleasure.
Next up from Brooklyn, New York, in residential, commercial, or experimental spaces, he brings color, the right one being the key to improving the well-being of your environment, bringing your living and workspace alive with Kaleidoscope, transforming the space with paint and seamlessly. Oh my goodness.
Seamlessly.
That's what he said.
And I'm blind.
I
speak Bella.
You speak Bella. Thank you. His efficiency and timelessness brings magical transformation way beyond satisfaction. Let's welcome to the show, Karan Perez.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I would say that, a mover and shaker, taking that transformative, energetic energy and moving it into color and painting.
Cool. The dude's moving energy into color and painting. Yes. I love it. Karan, thank you for being here today. Karan, you ready to move a little energy and color today? Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Let's go, Bella.
Let's do it. Next up from New York, founded a French-American certified public accounting firm in New York on the core values of truthfulness, transparency, and serving the public at large. Helps business owners achieve their dream with a few of the startups that he has assisted going from lean to when he took charge of their taxes and accounting and now selling worldwide. He is a man of 3 continents, Africa, Europe, and North America. Let's welcome to his show, Mr. Matthew Umland.
Matthew, everyone, is not easy to assemble a group of humans. Matthew has done that in an extraordinary and powerful way. So thank you for that, Matthew. Wonderful job. And on your heart of influence, Matthew, please, what's your fun fact?
Yeah, thank you for your support, the Unblinded team. So you have another actor, accountant, CPA in New York. So I used to act, and in one of our show, I was homeless, and the first person to speak in the opening scene of that show. Yeah.
Oh, Matthew, that's super duper cool. Thank you, sir. And are you ready to do the things today, Matthew? Are you ready?
I am ready. Are you ready?
We are ready.
We
We are ready. And Matthew is very funny, incredible comedic timing and acting background as well. So Matthew, with that, I am ready to introduce this loud one who, by the way, lied because she said she would be wearing a baseball hat during the show and made me wear a baseball hat. I'm blind and not do anything to do with my hair. And then I put a baseball hat on, I listened to her and she did not do that. And I didn't know because I'm blind until I was sitting right next to her. And so that is outrageous. I had time to finish doing my hair before this show started because it doesn't take very long. But I intentionally put a baseball hat on because I promised you, and you lied and changed the deal. That is not the first time, Matthew, and everyone. It is not the last time. So this woman.
I did do my hair and makeup. I didn't agree to wear a hat. I said, not my hair and not my makeup.
That is like, and then
which I didn't do better even either because I have makeup on too.
And you promised to never. This woman
Okay, I'll
started
leave it
her
at
career in influence, and you're watching it happen right before your very eyes as an 8-year-old selling crafts on her front lawn of her parents. By the age of 19, she was a 7-figure business generator in the space of network marketing. That's not easy to do, especially as a 19-year-old. Then at 24, 25, and 26 years old, she was three-peating like Michael Jordan, except at 5'3". I don't know what that is in meters. You guys can translate, but but she was three-peating like Michael Jordan, but at business brokerage, not at basketball. So this woman, Bella Rita, became the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada at the age of 24, 25, and 26. Again, at that age, well, ever, she was the first woman to ever be the #1 business broker in Nevada, and she was the youngest ever to do it at 24 years old, male or female. She began to train Fortune 500 companies and entrepreneurs. In fact, in 2019, every sales team she worked with doubled their sales. And then she became a skier, surfer, scuba diver in the most extreme of conditions, published author, and a philanthropist, co-raising 8 figures, 10 million plus, with the Unblinded team over about the last 2.5 years. And in 2023, she had her most courageous and challenging battle with cancer, and she not only survived, but thrived. Let's welcome to the Heart of Influence, the woman that put the heart in it in her more than, not 100, not 500, but 800th plus episode, Bella Barita. Yes. So yes, please, Bella.
You better watch out.
What is your fun fact?
Well, my fun fact, since we're talking about dogs and acting, is I last week had dinner with Dog the Bounty Hunter, and if you don't quit picking on me, I'm gonna send Dog after you.
Tell Dog's wife I will whoop Dog all over the house. Let's go. Tell Dog to bring it and let's go.
I'm gonna tell him.
Yes, tell him to come to Long Beach Island. I'll destroy him in the waves.
He'll arrest you and put a cigarette in your mouth.
Yes.
And pray over you.
I will pin him on the beach on Facebook Live. I bet him $250,000. I will pin Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Okay, I'll tell him.
So thank you very much for that. And Bella, a little bit of fun energy. These are serious people. They're from New York. New York people are more serious typically. We are in northern New Jersey. She's from Texas. A little less serious, depending upon where you're from. But let's go.
Let's do it. But before we get into like the serious business, Sean, let me actually introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Bet Keat at body surfing competitions. He's only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. And in fact, he is so cool that the state of New Jersey actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 18 times. And when he's not busy traveling around, speaking in front of thousands of people, he's an incredible philanthropist that has raised nearly $10 million in the last couple of years for refugees in the Ukraine. Let's welcome my co-host, Mr. Sean Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Bella, who I think is on her way to get a hat. So we're now keeping our agreements. Thank you. That's perfect, Bella.
Do you feel better now?
I feel much better now. Yes. So thank you, everybody.
Look at you, Sean.
Yes, but that's the deal. So very good. So my fun fact is, yes, I'm a blind man, can't see anything in front of me, that has taught sighted people to ski in blizzard conditions and double black diamonds, surf in hurricanes, and to scuba dive in shark-infested waters. And just today, we were out in volcanic surf off of New Jersey. Not sure what surfline.com says for today, but these were massive seismic ripping waves, because I might hear a whole bunch. And I whacked my head on the surfboard coming up, and I may have a concussion. The water was about 52 degrees. I had no wetsuit on, and that is how I prepared for Matthew's Heart of Influence in volcanic insanity out there with winds gusting to like 30, 35 miles an hour. So that is my fun fact. And the water and ocean is just a few feet away right over there. And now we're inside. That feels like we have transported to a different galaxy from where we were a few minutes ago.
It does feel like we have transported from
Yes.
a different galaxy. And now I understand why you're picking on me, because you bumped your head and you got a little confused.
That is very true.
Yes.
So Bella, who's going?
Let's kick this off with Julian.
Julian. Bella's going to be anybody we want her to be. Now, we've had a little bit of silliness, a little bit of fun, but here's the deal. With great humility, I shattered every sales record on Tony Robbins' stage, have had Disney say they want to make our content Disney University Content and Communication, have 2 top 100 national jury verdicts and revamped jury verdict consulting processes across the country. And we are absolutely certain that the only attainable superpower is the ability to cause yes with human beings. That's what the show is all about. Fun is a part of that, but so is some really serious, heart-centered, direct, precise communication. So in that direct, precise communication mechanism, the causing of yes, we're going to illustrate that. Pitching, hooking, closing, yuck. I don't think anybody here is getting pitched, hooked, or closed. I'm certainly not. But what does it look like to open the listening of people to authentically and integrally cause the yeses that should be caused? So Bella, to illustrate this, is going to be anybody you want her to be. Bella can play an ideal client. So for example, if you're an accountant, she could be a business owner. She could be somebody specifically famous like Oprah Winfrey or Warren Buffett, if that floats your boat. Or she could be somebody with money for investing or for charity, if you want to cause that type of yes. Or anything, Julian and everyone, that you would want to cause a yes with. Footnote, this is not Wolf of Wall Street, nor is this Boiler Room, nor is it Shark Tank. This is not a pressurized wackadoo situation, but what does it look like simply perhaps to create a 3-minute conversation where you just cause a longer conversation? So you don't have to get a sale, it doesn't have to be about money, could be about leadership or management, whatever, to illustrate the ability to cause yes. So Julian, who would you like Bella Vree to be that you're having a 3-minute conversation with, perhaps just to cause a yes for a longer conversation, or whatever you want? Julian, who's Bella going to be?
He's thinking.
Can you be Larry Page?
Who?
Can you be Larry Page?
And who is that?
Of Google.
Of Google?
Yep.
Is that the CEO, founder?
No, this is a founder.
Founder.
Founder of
All right.
Google.
Founder of Google.
All right.
Let's go. Let's go, founder Bella.
All right. Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. This is Julian Lafont from Altanova.
What's that? Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, this is Mr. CEO of Google. Hello.
How are you today? How was your day so far?
So far, so good. Nice summer day.
I wanted to discuss with you about sustainability today.
About what?
About sustainability.
Sustainability.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Because-
Matthew said that you were going to be giving me a call, and I'm sorry that I only had a couple of minutes, but I definitely wanted to hear what you had to say.
So we are consultants in sustainability, and we believe that most business today are not sustainable. This is an important topic for all the shareholders and the stakeholder of Google, but this is also and foremost an important topic for your company, the companies that you created. And Google has been known for many, many years to do to drive amazing initiative in sustainability, from an environmental standpoint, from a climate change standpoint.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
I was stating that Google has been amazing.
Yes.
From a sustainability standpoint.
Yeah.
In many aspects.
Yeah.
But we also know that even the most sustainable company compared to their peers are far from having a lasting streak compared to climate change, for example, in terms of fighting climate change. And
yeah,
I wanted to discuss a bit that with you.
Okay, I'm definitely open to that conversation. I don't think that we can have that full conversation here in the minute that we have. So how about we schedule a little bit of a longer meeting? Because I do think the conversation about sustainability is very important and very valuable. And I know there's things that we could probably take a look at. But unfortunately, I don't have the time to do it right now. So how about we schedule maybe a longer meeting for tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Julian.
Thank you, Julian. I think you look like the founder of Google.
I think I could be the founder of Google.
Yes. Who's going next to follow up Julian?
Next up, we got Mr. Dickerson.
Mr. Dickerson. Belle is going to be anybody you want her to be. Who would you like her to be that you're going from hello to yes with?
And you can just unmute for us.
I did that on purpose. What was the last part? What's my intention here? Am I trying to?
Yes. Did you hear what we said before, or you did not?
I didn't hear the last few minutes. I'm supposed to talk to her, but I didn't understand the assignment.
Yes. So you cause yes every day of your life.
Yes.
Right. That's all that we all do. Right. We cause yes. Right. Or we don't. So what would a yes be that would be relevant for you? And Belle will be the person you're seeking that from. Could be an ideal client. Right. Yeah. So who would you like her to be?
I have a friend who's brushed me off for years. He's the athletic trainer for the New York Knicks. So I already got a yes to a meeting this summer, but I don't know what that's going to entail. So let's go with athletic trainer for the Knicks or any professional.
Do the athletic trainers for the Knicks, Bella?
Sure.
Okay. Hello, this is Bob.
It's Tony. Hey, Tony, how you been?
Hi, Tony. It's Tony.
No, I'm Kiambra. You're Tony. That's okay. How's it going? So it's been a long time since we've hung out, and I know you've been busy. But I know I've sent you my resume in the past. I've got some amazing new work that honestly the team needs. I mean, I know you guys, we played with half a team and almost took it to the finals. I know these guys are injured, and that's the type of stuff I can help with.
Yeah, I know you've been reaching out to me quite a bit. I want to be able to help you, but it's hard to get these things approved from the board and things like that. Anything that you can share with me that I might be able to push them over the edge?
Sure. I know proof is in the pudding. So you can even send me some of your D1 players, some of your top, anyone you're working with, and give me a couple hours with them and they'll tell you. I've worked with a couple people, worked with someone on Yale football team recently, and I'm about to get my hands on one of the Carolina Panthers. So, I mean, it's really just about showing up and experiencing the work. So anything you got, you want me to help you with your golf stroke? You want me to help you get under par a little bit better? Anything with old shoulder injury?
You could tell me real quick of people that you've worked with in the past that you've took them from point A to point B, anything like that you could share with me.
Oh, sure. I had two people last week who couldn't lift their arm over 90 degrees, and within One took a couple hours, one took 4 hours, but they're both here. They're on frisbees on the beach right now.
Nice. Well, that sounds like some movement for sure, Kiambu.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I think it's fair. I'll send you some of our D1 players. We'll see what they have to say, and then we'll go from there. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Awesome. Great job, Kiambu. Great job, Julian. And now, Matthew and everyone, this is the time that we get to the judges, otherwise known as feedbackers. And so, judges, what we're going to do is 30 seconds of feedback for either Kiambu or Julian, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then a scoring system that could be, just like your next step. So is the next step, maybe a cup of coffee, or maybe it's a steak dinner at the Capitol Grill. Unless you're vegan, of course, you're having salad and French fries, or maybe that next step is a private jet picking up Matthew, going anywhere in the world with Kiambu and Julian. So, Michael, how about we set up, kick it off with you, your 30 seconds of feedback for Kiambu, please. And just unmute for us, Michael.
So I thought the exchange was effective. I think you come in with a friendly approach. You got to tear down those walls early on to have a comfortable conversation and have the opportunity to get somewhere. So I thought that was good.
Excellent. So is it a cup of coffee, a seafood tower, private jet? What comes next, Michael?
Seafood tower, clearly.
Yes, let's go. Seafood tower. Got some lobster, some crab. Here we go.
Here we go. Next up, we got Kieran. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Julian?
So Julian, I think it was a little the communication is because of his accent, it was hard to understand because I was looking at the feedback between both of you, and I feel that's one of the biggest things that Julian needs to work on. So I feel that once he gets a little more clarity over the accent, I think it will really help because he's expressing what he needs, but the clarity is missing. So it was hard for me to understand.
Or we make the Google CEO understand French.
That's true.
That
Yeah.
also works.
Yeah, in his language, yes, for sure.
Perfect. Thank you for that. And let's go, Gregory. Gregory, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Kiambu? And just unmute for us, Gregory.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it was great in the sense that it was really engaging, at the beginning. It was great. The only thing I would say is maybe be a little more when he got some so when he was talking to you at some point, you were not really convinced about his skill set or about his resume at the time. So maybe he could have be a little more, I don't like this word, but a little more aggressive, in the pitch, so that he could have convinced you a little bit. So the next step could be could happen with a glass of champagne on the plane.
Oh,
Let's put it that
glass
way.
champagne and the plane.
There we go.
That was my exit.
Gregory, little champagne sipping, and we're going on private jets. We got it. Let's go.
Wonderful.
Let's go. David. David, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Julian?
Julian, I love the fact that you shot right for the stars to get a meeting with the founder of Google. So we'll lead with that. But I am with Kieran a little bit on just my lack of understanding your accent. So I kind of got lost in the whole conversation. So I don't have a ton of feedback, but I love the aggressiveness, the imagination of getting a meeting with someone, the founder of Google. So those are my 2 cents.
All right. Thank you, David. Excellent
You're
job.
welcome.
Thank you, David. Let's go, Anthony, aka Torchy. Torchy, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Kiambu?
I thought it was really good. I thought he sounded very confident. That was the thing that stood out to me the most. I can tell you for a fact that, confidence sells. That was the biggest thing, and he was obviously, persistent. But the biggest thing that I thought it was really good. I thought he sounded great, and I don't know that much about the industry, so I can't really judge on the content of the dialogue, but the delivery was excellent. He sounded confident and he got right to the point. There wasn't really any awkward pauses or anything. It was just very direct. So overall, I liked it a lot.
Ooh, Anthony, and is it a seafood tower, cup of coffee, perhaps, or private jet? What's coming next?
Sorry?
What will be the next step? Seafood tower, cup of coffee, or private jet?
It's a cup of coffee.
All
But
right.
I also really like coffee, so I'm
Excellent.
biased. It's a
Delicious
cup of coffee.
coffee. This is like an extra point coffee, Bella Rita.
Extra point coffee.
Let's go.
Extra point coffee. Next up, we got Mr. Chris O'Keefe Kane. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Julian?
Yeah, I think Julian did a good job just initially, having that confidence. I think just getting on the phone, and role playing it's different, but still there's like an element that you need to get out of your comfort zone. So, I commend you that you were able to do that. There was pieces that I personally lost, just, the audio's low, and of course there is an accent. So I kind of was in that boat too, which isn't a big deal. I mean, me and Matthew had a very long conversation. I think that, you just have to have the other party understand that, things need to be, take it a little slower, say things more slowly, because it's important what you're saying. You want to effectively get that message across.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, you said cup of coffee, seafood tower, private jet. What's next?
Well, if it's Google, and you gotta pull out the whole budget. You gotta do whatever you can.
Let's rock and roll. We're flying. And where would the jet go? You pick anywhere in the world where the jet's going. Where would the jet go?
I would say that's a really good question. There's so many great places, but some sort of tropical island where you could relax, or maybe the Hamptons. We could go out to the Hamptons or something like that out here in New York.
All right, Bella, on your house at the Hamptons, like land the plane on the roof.
That is perfect. I would say I'd like to go to my house in the Hamptons. Let's go, Matthew. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Kiambu?
Yeah, thank you, Bella. Yeah, I mean, he was direct. He knows what he wanted, and he was upfront. So he just asked for what he wanted. But I would say, in terms of improvement, probably trying to establish rapport before selling what you want to sell. It may be easier for you to go that route.
All right. And the next step, Matthew?
Seafood.
Seafood towers coming, Cap Grill private room. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Bella, listen, everybody. Bella likes to put me on the hot seat, put me on the spot. She's like, these incredible dudes did it. You got to do it now. Bella, please take it easy on me. I'm sure she won't. Good.
I would have taken it easy on you until you made me wear a hat on the show that I don't look that cute in.
Very cute.
So Matthew, as you know, and everybody, this is the time in the show that I get to put my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about because I've been cooking them up as the show's been going on. Ultimately, Matthew, you get to decide what scenario Sean goes from hello to yes on. You can change anything about the scenarios, or you can scrap them all together and come up with something much, much harder on your own. Are you ready to hear what I have for today?
I am ready, Bella Verita.
All right.
Matthew's ready.
Matthew's ready. Option number one is, as we were talking about Torchies in the green room, I became so heartbroken for you guys in New York that you do not have a Torchies. So option number one would be Sean to go from hello to yes with the CEO of Torchies to bring a Torchies tacos to Manhattan to all of my New York friends. So that is option number one. Option number two, since, I know that Sean is a Mets fan, but I know we also got some, maybe some Yankee fans in the house. So I thought Sean could also be Kiambu, going from Hello to Yes, either with the Mets trainer or the New York Yankees trainer, going from Hello to Yes with them to have them be their body worker. So that is option number 2. And then option number 3 is I was inspired by the conversation with the Google exec, but I thought, maybe the Google exec might need a new CPA. And so Sean could role play you, Matthew, going from Hello to Yes with the CPA or the CEO of Google to be their CPA. So those are the 3 options that I have for you today, Matthew. Any of those resonate or not?
Let's bring Toshi to Manhattan. We've been dreaming and we've been waiting for it. Let's do it.
Okay. And who do you want to play the CEO of Torchy's?
Michael.
Michael, are you up for playing the CEO of Torchy's?
Sure.
All right.
All right. And Bill, what is Torchy's? It's
Torchy's.
a restaurant, but what does it serve? What does it do?
It's a taco joint in Texas.
Is it counter service or table?
It's all counter service,
Okay.
and all their tacos are like named crazy things like Trailer Park Trash, and they all have kind of crazy names.
And they named it after me.
They named it after.
I'm just joking. They didn't. But my nickname is Torchy.
It's very fun. So, and Michael is going to be the CEO of Torchy's.
Yes,
Okay, it's a franchise place.
it is. It is.
Okay.
A franchise. Yes.
All right. So, and we'll Michael, how about we call you Mr. Jones, the CEO of Torchy's? Cool.
That'll be acceptable.
Thank you, sir. Is Mr. Jones available?
Yes, speaking.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Jones. My name is Matthew. I'm a CPA. I'm on the board of the CPA Society of New Jersey. We had a 3-minute of New York, excuse me. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. I want to see if it's still a good time for you.
Surely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I want to keep it to our time. I know I get 2 minutes and 45 seconds of counting. You're an incredibly busy person. I'm grateful. Thank you so much for taking this session. But may I ask, Mr. Jones, what prompted you to accept this call in the first place?
I think expanding our franchise is always a good idea.
Well, thanks so much. So I appreciate that. And may I ask, what's the ultimate vision for Torchy's? Like, I'm feeling the fun energy. I'm hearing the vision. I mean, incredible job. But what's the ultimate vision and why haven't you come to New York yet?
Well, our franchise seems to focus on the southern vibe, but I think that we can reach north and find some catchy titles for our dishes, perhaps in other parts of the country, and I think that's what's going to make it work.
That's awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And like ultimately, though, if Torchy's did it all? Like, what would happen? Like, would it reach McDonald's level or create some other social impact? Like, what's the ultimate vision?
I think that we're a little more specialized than just the McDonald's. Our dishes appeal a little more specialized than that to people. So I don't think we want to grow that far. We want to continue to provide a good product to our customers, and certainly to give back to the communities where we operate.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Jones. With that said, in the final minute or so that we have, can I share a couple of things that may or may not resonate with you?
Please go ahead.
Thank you. So, Mr. Jones, I'm a CPA and I work on numbers, but I also have worked with a lot of visionary leaders in the space of business acceleration. And so recently I was on a show online with a friend, and she said all these great things about Torchy's. I started doing some research. I took it upon myself to actually create a focus group with a jury verdict consulting firm in Manhattan that does like top jury verdicts. And they also do a lot of work with major television stations, including NBC, with creating statistics and reviews and surveys about how things will land. So believe it or not, I have a study that says that people in New York, and listen, let's be clear, we have an amazingly divided nation. So you might say, how the heck could a restaurant that works in Texas work in New York? Well, often things work for very different reasons. For example, Howard Stern, who's the top radio personality in the history of television, he's not my taste, but he has incredible amounts of people that watch and listen to him, that love him, and tons of people that listen to him that. So what the focus group that we convened found is that Torchy's, for very different reasons, is a place that New Yorkers would come to with a come to it from the progressive left political perspective generally, in a love to not like, even if not love to hate dynamic. So with a couple little fun screw turns and like feeding into that energy in New York, we believe Torchy's can become the most powerful restaurant counter service franchise in New York. And I have the data to back it up. So I know we're at time. My purpose, my outcome is to cause a 30-minute conversation with you to go through our findings. And we've created a PowerPoint presentation that would demonstrate how this could lead to Boston and all the way down, all the way up throughout the entire Northeast and New England. So what say you, Mr. Jones, to a 30-minute conversation where I can share the data that we found that I think would be incredibly powerfully relevant for you?
I'd be happy to see that information.
Awesome. So shall I set that up with your team?
Please do.
Awesome. Thank you. Out of roll. Michael, how'd I do as Matthew having a conversation with the CEO of Torchy's?
I think that was good. There's good information that was shared. There's a lead into that next conversation and a reason to have that next conversation, and opportunities to move forward. So, that's the type of thing that's going to lead future communication. And without the communication, you're not going to get anywhere.
Amen, brother. And Bella will bring Torchy's to New York with Matthew. Yeah.
We just need a good name for whatever that dish is. So that would be my only suggestion. You were on the spot there, but I was hoping you were going to come out with a good one.
The Trump haters pie. How's that? How we doing, Michael? Does that resonate or no with the New Yorkers?
Probably not.
So, and by the way, that's not a political statement because I call it President Trump, President Biden. I am not a Democrat nor Republican. I'm a truth seeker, period. Michael, thank you very much. Appreciate that. And please, how was your time today, Michael, on Matthew's Heart of Influence?
I enjoyed it. This was great.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go, Gregory. Do you prefer Gregory or Greg? What's your preference?
So usually, here's a joke. People call me Greg would be either my mom when she's upset at me or people who don't like me. So call me Greg.
Gregory, how are you, Gregory? I'm not your mom and I don't dislike you. So Gregory, how was your time today on Matthew's Heart of Influence?
It was great. It was great. My first time of, joining this wonderful group, but it was great. Listen, I enjoyed that.
Well, thank you. Appreciate you being here. Anthony,
thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for being here today, Anthony. Love the energy, love the certainty. And please, Anthony, how was your time today on Matthew's Heart of Influence?
It was awesome. I'd definitely be interested in joining future sessions. I really enjoy watching people engage. I've always told people I learn best by watching people engage. Somebody can, I can read a ton of books, but it's nothing like actually watching people. I thought the role plays that we all did were excellent. That's how I learn best. That's how I learn about somebody's approach the best. It was just really interesting. And I think this is a very interesting group of people as well. And it's been great meeting everybody. And this has been a very fun experience.
Thanks, Anthony. Did a wonderful job. Go ahead. Okay. The creation of this show was at the when COVID hit. I had the privilege of being Capitol Grill in northern New Jersey, which is one of their most popular restaurants in America, their number one client in 2018 and 2019. I have a 120-person law firm that I had the privilege of being the founder of, the sole equity owner of, and we brought a lot of clients there because I believe that all businesses created, it built on relationships, of course, and all relationships still are built on shared experiences. So how do you create the most efficient shared experience you can have? So we do a whole bunch of stuff in private rooms. COVID hits. We have right before COVID hits, actually, we had a 1,300-person event in the Meadowlands, New Jersey to launch Unblinded. Then COVID hits, and it's like, now what? And I sat back and said, how do we recreate the Capitol Grill, except even more efficiently? Let's do it for an hour. And we would do a lot of things like this in the private room at the Capitol Grill. We'd have people meet each other, we give fun facts, and we create a lot of synergistic energy. And it was a great way for people to just begin to get to know each other. And that was the genesis of the show, Anthony and all. So thank you for that. And now we've had literally more than 1,000 episodes because it went so swimmingly that it actually helped launch Unblinded and my law firm, my financial company, in huge ways as we went forward. So we said, let's keep going. And I now rarely go to the Capitol Grill, They're not happy, but I only take the like greatest relationship situations there. And it used to be like take everybody there. So I also save about 150 grand a year. So, so thank you for that. Now, of course, we had, is it Kiambu? I want to say your name correctly. Kiambu?
Kiambu.
Kiambu?
Yes, Kiambu. Yep.
Kiambu. Thank you so much. Kiambu, I am very good friends with Tony Robbins' body worker, James Bowman. And during the show, I actually messaged James, and he works with, I mean, the sickest, craziest, most obscene celebrities in the world. Tony's one of them. I know if in movies and rock music, if I went boom, boom, you guys would be like, no way. This dude works with these people. And he's a dear friend of mine. He's my body worker. He's surfed with us here, you know, right here with his kids' family. And I said, listen, I just met a guy. He's like a body worker. He wants to do this, that, that. So I'm not sure what his position will be, but that might be a good contact for you. So if that works, great. If not, great. But he has people from all over the country who need help and work. And he's out in Seattle, Washington. So he certainly knows tons of people in New York, but can't get to New York very often. So if that's interesting, I could try to connect you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And Kiambu, how was your time today on Matthew's Heart of Influence?
It was good. I definitely got some things from it. You know, I'm not, I don't practice my elevator pitch and all that. And some of you were
Neither do I, because elevator pitching would be terrible. I practice being the number one person in influence on earth, and it's made me incredibly wealthy generationally and impactful. No, I'm not being critical.
No,
I'm disrupting because I've sold I paid more than $125 million of salaries in my life, and I've sold hundreds of millions of dollars in my life. I don't sell anything. You just said sell. I enroll people integriously in things. And the power of influence is the most fundamentally misunderstood and underestimated dynamic. I have 2 top 100 national jury verdicts because people can't lie to me. I'm a human lie detector. I get the truth. And the truth is that everybody wants more. And when we appreciate and understand the science of how to go from hello to yes with people, which is about 1,000 times more complex than the brilliant beginning guy Dale Carnegie started with, that's the flip phone, flip phone to the iPhone 17. And so just with all my heart, brother, and I would be remiss not to share it, this is not about elevator pitches. This is about how do you make billionaires say yes. This is how do you make homeless people become not homeless and everything in between. And I say that not critically, I say it emphatically, lovingly, and powerfully, because that's how Martin Luther King became Martin Luther King. And a lot of other people who thought they'd like to create change created none, right? Because of the superpower of influence. So final, how was your time today with us?
It was definitely well worth over the hour I spent my time. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Belver, you got some other friends.
We do have some other friends. Let's go to our other friend sitting in the participant seat, doing a phenomenal job talking to the CEO of Google. Julian, how was your time with us on Matthew's Heart of Influence?
I'm listening. I was not really prepared for what this hour was about. And but you know, I'm trying to listen and make it a good time.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Julian, for sure. Great job. It is not easy to be in that participant seat. You did a great job.
Most definitely. And let's go, my 4-dogged friend, Chris, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence? Oh, we can't hear you, Chris, but I know you're unmuted, but we can't hear you for some reason.
Sorry, I switched my audio to phone. But yeah, it was a great time. I appreciate the invite, Matthew. This was a great format. Definitely different than some of the Zoom formats that I've participated in the past. You know, keeps it entertaining, keeps it fun. I think that like having a role play kind of gives us each other a little bit of insight of like, you know, the conversation we're looking to have with somebody, so it could potentially resonate from a networking purpose. But I think this is a great group of people, and would definitely like to learn more about, you know, participating on an ongoing basis.
Awesome. Chris, thank you. Great job, brother. Bella.
Let's go. Karan, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence? I hope I got your name correct.
Yes, you did. Thank you very much. Both of you are wonderful. I learned so much. I think the chemistry between both of you really lures you in, and you can see, you could understand the dynamics. And and it's a very wonderful platform. I had no idea what I was being invited into when Matthew introduced me and invited me, and yeah, I'm very wowed about it. So thank you. And I want to say, what's your name, sir? What's your name?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah, my name is Sean.
Sean.
Sean Callaghy. Yeah.
Yeah, Sean. Yeah. I mean, for you to say that you're blind, I mean, man, it's it's extraordinary. If you didn't say that to me, I wouldn't even figure that out, so
And fun fact, brother, the thing I hear most often is, "Hey, you don't look blind. You don't look blind." And then I go, "What does somebody blind look like?" So no, thank you.
I think people always associate blindness with our glasses.
No, thank
So
you.
yeah.
I literally can't see anything in front of me. So
Wow.
thank you. See you
Yeah.
with the
All right. Thank you very much for having me involved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. And last but not least, David Hook. Otherwise, I'm Hook.
Yep.
What's your time with us on the Heart of Influence, David?
Could you repeat that? Sorry about that. I'm kind of hard to
Said
hear.
hi ho silver away. I said, what was your final? How was your experience?
How was your
today?
experience with this?
I learned a lot. I really did. Work from home, pretty much 4 out of 5 days. And that can be a touch lonely. I am on video with people and phone calls, but I never have this kind of interaction. So thank you, everybody. We've got some artists, we've got some animal lovers, and amazing business people. Sean, you're an inspiration, and I will definitely keep track of your life and try to keep learning from you. And if there is an invite to do this again or whatever, to me it's fellowship. So that's very important to me, and I'm very, very grateful. And Bella, I had torchies yesterday for our birthday party on my son in San Antonio.
What tacos did you have at Torchy's? Do you remember what?
I forget the name of it because we were caught between breakfast and lunch, and it was a breakfast taco. It was like a ranch something or other. But my brother-in-law got Alabama shakes, which was a fish and spicy poblano thingy. But no, it's a really cool place. It would do well in Manhattan, from what I remember of Manhattan.
Let's go.
Yeah. So thank you all. Really, really grateful.
Well, the person that we need to thank truly is Matthew.
Yes,
So
Matthew. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that for everybody. Matthew is a cause in the matter of bringing everybody together. And it can be a little bit like herding catfish, to use a Torchy's potential taco dish, to bring people together. But everything is built from there. So Matthew did an incredible job today bringing wonderful people together. And Matthew, please, what is your final on your show today?
Yeah, thank you so much. So I think, thank you for your support, Coach Sean Callaghy, and Bella and Craig. It hasn't been easy because I'm not the only one. I have to invite people. There is a whole team behind coordinating and supporting the movement. So thank you for Unblinded, and thank you for my guests. Thank you for showing up. I think it has been rewarding because if Sean is saying he's going to refer business to Kiambu, I think everyone's effort has paid off. Everything that you're saying is just rewarding for me to hear that, and I would be glad to share some of your feedback with Craig. So thank you. I'm glad that you enjoy. It's about business. This show is about business, as Coach Sean said earlier. And as he said, all businesses are built on relationship. And how do you start a relationship with someone you don't know of? You can invite them to have a Toshi in Texas, even if you live in New York. It may not be easy for you, maybe more expensive. You may have them you may say like, it's excellent. But say, okay, only coffee. I'm going to offer you only coffee. You're very beautiful, but all I can dare offering you for now is only coffee. Like Anthony. Anthony said it's wonderful, it's excellent, but what's your only coffee? So anyway, If
Thank
you think that this show is better than Toshi, better than coffee, please unmute yourself and say yes.
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 Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So thank you. Yeah. Thank you for inviting me. Yeah.
And
That's
you know
all I
what we
have.
could have done? Thank you, Matthew. You know what we could have done instead of doing this virtually? You could have come to Long Beach Island and been taught to surf by a blind man in volcanic waves. I think this is easier. But we do have a New York Times bestselling author.
Like 42 degrees in the ocean right now.
But we do have a New York Times bestselling author literally right now on her way here to hang out with us. And I think she would have preferred to just be on the show as opposed to get what she's going to get coming up soon now. So thank you all. And final, I know we're a little bit over. Thanks, guys. Great. On behalf of Matthew, I have a couple quick gifts and then we'll be done. Wednesday night, we have our American Dream webinar. And this is fun, but this was the equivalent of a half a bite of one appetizer of what's available. And so Wednesday night, if and only if you're really about accelerating where you are versus where you want your mission to ultimately be, come Wednesday night, you not only be inspired, because we talk about this all the time. One thing is to have a vision. A second thing is to have a how-to. The third thing is to execute. And we're all about the how-to and the execution. So that's Wednesday night. It will blow your mind. If you've seen a better free webinar in the past 3 years, we really want to know. Tell us about business acceleration because we want to go learn there. That's your gift if you really want to accelerate. We're not telling you to come. We're saying if you want something more, that's there for you. Second, we have our group influence book as a thank you here. How does Martin Luther King, Robin Williams, Ellen DeGeneres, Malcolm X, Janis Joplin, how do these humans create such powerful influence through their skills? Were they boring, charismatically different? I don't think so. That's what our book breaks down. That's there as a gift for you. And third, if you really want to move forward, we have a mission acceleration session. You go to a business acceleration session with one of our unblinded team members. And then let me be clear. We're not asking to have that. We're not telling you that you're crazy if you don't. We are telling you crazy if you don't, if you really want to create acceleration. That's the truth. And again, if you have a better hour with anyone around that space of acceleration, tell us, because again, we want to know that person and learn ourselves. Talk to Matthew, do stuff together. If we never meet again, thanks for being here. Wish you all the greatest blessings. We hope no one ever loves your dreams more than you do. And on behalf of Bella, Rita, and me, we end every show by saying this: I may be physically blind, which I am. Can't see a thing in front of me, but I am certain that human beings all over the place have everything they want right in front of them. But at some level, Bella, we're all blind.
And just learning to see.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all for being